Manchester City go top after thrashing West Brom by 5-0. That puts Pep Guardiola's side 1 clear ahead of Manchester United, who are taking on Sheffield United on Wednesday. Craig Burley, Frank Leboeuf and Shaka Hislop here to reflect on that game. Craig, City struggling without Kevin De Bruyne.
Not as much as you to get that out.
Yeah, Pep, there's too many P's.
Pep talk. Absolute cakewalk this was. Without their best players, another clean sheet. Not the first in West Brom have been battered at home this year, but you could just see it coming. And the form of some of these guys, obviously Diaz and Stones have been talked about, but this was really about Gundogan and Foden and Silva and Sterling and just the rotation of the midfield. So yeah, they're getting the job done. They're the slickest team in the Premier League at the moment. And unless they get another barrage of injuries or COVID issues, even without those players that I mentioned, they're going to be the team to beat for sure.
And Gundogan just scoring goals for fun at the moment, Frank. What's changed?
Well, I think it's maybe because the fact that De Bruyne is not there, that he has to take the leadership in the middle of the park, and he does very well. He can go forward, which is normally the Belgic duty, and he does well. And I think he has more freedom from maybe the coach or the tactic of the coach, and he does very well. He's becoming very mature, and he knows what he has to do. He knows what he's capable of doing, and I guess he knows what he's not good at doing, and it's why he's perfect right now.
Shaka, I suppose if you were trying to be optimistic for the chasing pack, you would say surely this run has got to end at some stage, but there's just no sign of it at the moment, is there?
Yeah, and I think that's a huge concern. In previous seasons where I think City were more reliant on Kun Aguero, and all of a sudden they show that they don't need a striker. They don't need arguably the league's best player in Kevin De Bruyne. And they're making light work. Listen, this was against a poor West Brom, but City just seem to be getting better and better each week.
Meanwhile, Arsenal getting better and better. 5 wins out of 6 now in the Premier League, coming from behind to beat Southampton at St Mary's by 3-1. They really seem to have turned a corner, Craig.
Well, they're out of the bottom half, which is not exactly what Arsenal, where they should be. But, this game maybe, a couple of months ago, they might have folded. Went behind early to a sloppy set piece. And might have crumbled, but they've relied heavy on the youngsters, Shaka and Smith Rowe. Lacazette looks like he's the man through the middle now, where he was spent a fair chunk on the bench. And of course, Thomas Partey coming back recently from a term on the sidelines has helped. So yeah, they're looking a bit better. They're out the FA Cup, so they're fighting for a place wherever that'll be in the Premier League and the Europa League to try and get Champions League football next year. But it's going to be a tough slog from where they are.
And once again today, doing it without Aubameyang, Frank.
Yes, but they found another leader. I think Lacazette is doing great right now, and with Smith Rowe, Shaka alongside him, he's getting a forward line very good. So I wouldn't be that positive about the defense, except for fantastic goalkeeper. I was a bit concerned about the defensive aspect of the game from the Gunners.
What's changed for them, Shaq?
There seems to be a certain belief around this Arsenal team that even when things aren't going for them, they are able to keep their composure. And I say that because Arsenal come into this one keeping 5 clean sheets in a row. Then Lacazette goes down one end, clear through with the goalkeeper. He makes a save. Southampton go up the other and score from a well-worked set piece. And you just felt that Arsenal earlier this season would have folded. But it was anything but. I thought they commanded the game from there on in against a decent Southampton side. Never looked in any kind of trouble. And now they're putting together a consistent run that I don't think they were capable of. I don't think they thought they were capable of a few weeks ago.
What do we say success, Craig? Top 6?
It is hard to gauge, bearing in mind he looked like he was a couple of games away from losing his job, 5 or 6 weeks ago or whatever it was. I can't remember. But yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to be strong enough to get in the top 4. I think, probably inside the top 6 would salvage something, maybe see how deep they can go in the Europa League. That may be their salvation for the Champions League next year. But yeah, it's tough to sort of gauge where they're going to be. And as Frank said, there are still some questions surrounding the back line. It's been a difficult season for him so far, but not quite sure. I'm really not quite sure where it's all going to unravel for him.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.